Hey, it's Isabel Candava and welcome to my channel. For today's video, I'm gonna do a high school survival kit. As a lot of you don't know, I'm one of the first batch of the senior high school students in the Philippines, and I survived because being the pioneer batch, personally, it made me feel like I was a lab rat. We were lab rats. So I know the next curriculum in the 11th grade will be much easier than the curriculum for us, but I want to share with you all the things that I did to survive 11th grade. So for the first tip, be organized. Napaka-common na nitong tip na to para makasurvive ka ng kahit anong bagay. You know, ayusin mo ng laptop mo, ayusin mo yung bag mo, get an organizer with all those dividers. I have one right here and I'm gonna show you guys what it is. So here is my organizer. I don't know where I got it from, but I'm pretty sure I got it from Alabang. And yeah, these are all the dividers that is in the organizer itself. And one thing that I like about this organizer is that it has labels so that you won't be confused about the subjects that the papers are put into. And also, organize your laptop. What I did with my laptop is that I cleaned the desktop because it was like too filthy for me. And instead of putting everything in my desktop, I decided to make a folder and put it on documents. So that is it. I mean, you can be organized however you want, as long as you're organized. Magsasurvive ka na senior high school. Tip number 2, do not procrastinate. You have to give up some TV series, some YouTube videos, some galas with friends. Kasi once you're in the 11th grade, you're gonna be bombarded with assignments to do in less than a week. Sometimes to do in less than a day. I remember when it was on the first semester, we had to write something. I can't remember what it is. It's like a book review, I think. Then we had to type it, and then we had to pass it printed after that subject. So it's like, what? We only had an hour and 30 minutes to do this book review. How are we supposed to achieve a perfect score with this? You won't even give us even a day to do it. So super hirap talaga. But if you don't procrastinate, you're good to go. If you're responsible enough, you're good to go. But kapag kasi senior high school ka, even in procrastinating, you won't have the time. You won't even have the time to procrastinate anymore, especially during the PT week na 11 yung subjects nyo, tapos lampas 20 yung performance task. Like, huh? Dashi-waps. Ano to? Like, you're really gonna learn how to not procrastinate in the 11th grade. And at bago pa kayo mag grade 11, sinasabi ko na sa inyo, do not procrastinate kasi patagal ng patagal pag sisisihan nyo nagpo-procrastinate kayo. Number 3, manage your time wisely. This is about how you manage your time with family, how you manage your time with your friends, how you manage your time with your studies. At ang tip na maibigay ko sa inyo is when a professor gives an assignment to you at that day mo rin gagawin yon. At even though pagod ka na from school, kahit na maraming ka pang gagawing iba sa ibang subjects, you have to do that assignment that day na ibinigay yon. Kasi kapag you do it a day before the deadline, super magiging pangit ng gawa mo. You won't have the time to even revise it. At yun, mas lalo ka lang mapapababa ng grade. Another thing is that if you have assignments on the weekends, do it on one day only. Like, what I do is do everything academically related, do everything on a Saturday. And then on Sunday, that is family day. But, you know, kapag PT week, performance task week, the most dreadful week of all, syempre, Saturday, Sunday, study yan. At yun, for my time with my friends, it's either I go out with them on the weekdays after school, or I come over to their houses and we do academic works together. I mean, And it's really hard to balance your time, especially yon nung inad ko yung fitness. I used to schedule kung kailan ako dapat pumunta ng gym and all. But when your classes end in 5:15 p.m. or 5:25, whatever, you just want to go home, really, and like rest for 30 minutes or such. Because sobrang nakakapagod talaga yung all-day lecture. 2 hours every subject. But, you know, they changed it on the second semester, which was like more stressful because we only had an hour per subject, and I don't think makakasurvive pa ako sa 15-minute treadmill. Siguro, mahihimatay na ako 5 minutes pa lang. At yun, what I do for my fitness is that I focus on one part of my body. Like, for example, I only focus on my shoulders or my abs or the lower part of my body, and I spend 10 minutes every day for a month on that part of the body. And you know, it works for me personally, but I don't know if that'll work for you. So yun, I do that after school dito na sa bahay. Tipid na rin, ganun. Tapos, as I've said before, Sundays are family days, and I'm very, very loyal to that rule kasi my family is really, really close to my heart, and ayokong mawawalan ako ng time para sa kanila. So yeah, tip number 4, find your motivation. There are a lot of motivations out in the world. There are quotes from Twitter, videos from YouTube. Friends can also be your motivation. Successful people can also be a part of your motivations. What I do is, every time I feel lazy and all that, I watch Project Elon on YouTube, and it's very motivating as well as energizing, and then I start doing all the work again. There are a lot of motivational quotes on Twitter, everywhere, Facebook, but you know, I don't use Facebook. Just find who and what motivates you, and you're gonna get through the whole school year. Just, you know, if you ever feel lazy, you know, it's okay. I think it's okay to feel lazy, but don't let it get to you. I mean, just don't spend a day being lazy. Find your motivation and do the task immediately. Tip number 5 is do not give up. I have had those times where I just want to give up everything. Like, there were nights where I say, okay nang hindi perfect. Basta pumasa na lang. Ayoko nang pumasa, okay na akong bagsak. Sige, hindi ko na gagawin, bahala ng 0. And there were nights where I start crying because gusto kong ma-achieve yung mga nakalagay sa criteria when it comes to a performance task or even just an activity. And when I'm overwhelmed with a lot of activities and with a lot of performance tasks, I cry. But that's just a night. That is just one bad night. That's all I say to myself. And when the morning comes, I am again motivated. For example, I will sleep at 9 in the evening because I really can't do it anymore. My mind is not functioning well. I will sleep that early and wake up maybe 1 a.m., 2 a.m. and then I'll do everything. I'll do everything, every task that I have to do to comply with my requirements. You just have to not give up on everything that they throw at you. If you started this journey, don't stop where you're not destined to stop. And it's really, really hard to say na wag kang mag-give up, because you know, there are times where you don't have a choice but to give up, but not this. Not being an 11th grader. You're gonna survive the 11th grade by working hard, not giving up. Kasi if you're gonna work hard, you will achieve something. If you sacrifice something, you will gain everything. Sacrifice your time, sacrifice your sleep, and you will gain everything. You will gain high grades, you will gain achievements, you will gain people who will respect you and who will look up to you. You just have to not give up like I did and all the students in the pioneer batch of the 11th grade here in the Philippines who finished the 11th grade. And as you start a new journey in your life, as you start being a senior high school student, I'm telling you, there is gonna be a lot of ups and downs in this journey. There's gonna be a lot of crying, a lot of coffee, a lot of papers, a lot of money that you will need. But just like us, you will be able to reach your destination, and that is to graduate and to finish the 11th grade. I just want to say my good lucks to all of you as you start a new journey of your life, a new chapter in your book. I hope these tips will help you in finishing and prospering, thriving in the 11th grade. So if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. And if you have any comments, just comment down below. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Bye!
Hold up.